ranking every US state shape by how good it would be as a bar of soap. Number 50, Maryland. This thing is absolutely worthless. The second it gets wet, it's gonna break into a million pieces. 49, Hawaii. Now obviously each island here is gonna be its own separate piece of soap, so not gonna be useful, but at least you know what you're getting with this one. 48, Maryland. These pieces right here are gonna snap off pretty early on, and they're not gonna be big enough to be worth saving, so you've basically lost a third of your money's worth. 47, Rhode Island. Another one where a good chunk of your soap bar is gonna fall off pretty quickly. 46, Florida. This thing is definitely snapping in half, maybe before you even use it once. 45, Michigan. Same thing, definitely breaking in two pieces, but maybe you could save both, but that's just gonna be annoying. 44, Idaho. Here down is nice, but here up looks like a child took a huge bite out of it, so you're basically only getting half a bar. 43, New York. Another bar that just doesn't feel full, and this piece right here is going to be an annoyance when you try to hold the bar. 42, West Virginia. Another one that I worry about the practicality of holding the bar. Yes, you could hold it down here, but up here, these two edges are just going to be a problem. 41, Alaska. Now you could eventually make this one work, but early on you're going to have to snap off each of these pieces to make it a square, and then obviously this over here is worthless. 40 is South Carolina. I just worry about the practicality of using this one. You go right here and try and grab it, and it's just going to pop up from out of your hands. 39, Ohio. Same thing as South Carolina, just a little better because you might could hold on to the sides up top, but still not ideal. 38, Maine. Same thing, just seems a little too slippery if you try to grab it. 37, New Jersey. I mean, it's not the worst, but I do worry that after a week or so of using it, it's going to snap right here in the middle, and then you got to worry about keeping up with two pieces. 36, Virginia. I just feel like I'm getting ripped off here. This is not even close to a full bar of soap. 35, Kentucky. Same thing, just not full enough. 34, Delaware. Again, just not getting our money's worth, but this one does seem like it'd be pretty easy to hold. 33, New Hampshire. This one's just a little slightly fuller. 32, Tennessee. Now, obviously, this one's a complete bar, but it's just too thin. Not going to last me for very long. 31, Louisiana. Not bad. I just don't know how practical this one is. I feel like either of these edges is just going to get in your way when you try to use it. 30, Vermont. Now, this thing would be pretty easy to hold, so it's practical. It's just not very full. 29, Illinois. Again, not bad. Pretty easy to use. Just could be a little bigger. 28, Indiana. Again, same thing, just a little narrow. 27, Mississippi, just like the last few, but I do like this little notch down here that you can kind of hold your finger under to help support the bar. 26, Alabama, just like the last one, got the little nub for some extra support. 25, Connecticut, same thing with the extra help, just a little more rectangular. 24, New Mexico, same thing, and honestly at this point in the rankings, all of these soap bars are perfectly valid, but I'm looking for perfection or uniqueness, and this one just doesn't have either of those. 23, Utah. Again, totally valid, but it's not a perfect rectangle, and it's not unique either. 22, Nebraska. Same reasoning, but again, this would totally work. 21, Nevada. My only concern here is if you hold this thing from the bottom, it may slip out and pop up from your hands, but other than that, this one's fine. 20 is Georgia. Perfectly valid bar of soap, probably pretty easy to hold. 19, Arizona. This one also works perfectly fine, and you've got these built-in ridges right here to put your fingers and help you hold the soap. 18, Wisconsin, another one that's pretty easy to hold. Now, I personally think you'd be better off holding it from up here. Down here might be prone to slipping out of your hands, but I think you're good either way. 17, Arkansas, totally valid, and you got the ridges over here to help with the grip. 16, Washington, this is good. Honestly looks like a real bar of soap where the corners have just fallen off. 15, Oregon, another very real looking one after a week or two of using it. 14, North Dakota. I mean, we are getting somewhere. This looks real, but like it's already been used, so I'm looking for a brand new soap bar here. 13, South Dakota. We are almost there. We almost have a brand new looking bar of soap. 12, Iowa. Now, obviously not as perfect as the last few, but I love this little nub right here. That's perfect for getting in between your fingers. 11, Pennsylvania. Same thing, but with this one, you can get between two fingers since it has the two nubs. Number 10, Oklahoma. Now, while I do worry that this portion of the bar might break off easily, that's my favorite part of this one. You could use this to get in between your fingers easily. Number 9, Kansas. Very soap-like, and the small gap in either of these corners would make it easy to hold. 8, Missouri. Also a good shape, and this one provides handles in each corner to make it easier to hold. 7, Montana. Very practical, easy to hold, good size. This is a solid soap bar. 6, North Carolina. A little smaller than I'd prefer, but this one's not going to slip out of your hands, and you've got this little edge here, which is perfect for all the hard to reach places. 5, California. Again, a little skinny, but look at the length here. This one would be perfect to wash your back. You just hold it back there, and it's going to be long enough to reach everywhere. 4, Wyoming. Obviously, this would be a perfect bar of soap, but what fun would it be if I just made the most basic style number 1? We got to have some uniqueness here, so that's why it's not higher. 3, Colorado. Same thing. This would obviously be perfect, but we're looking for a little bit of flash with our new soap. 2, Texas. So much versatility with this one. You can hold it in so many different ways and use all the different edges for all the hard to reach crevices. And number 1, Minnesota. I just love the built-in handle with this one. You're going to hold it right here by that and your fingers just slide in there perfectly. You're never going to drop the soap.